Have you ever watched your dog follow you from room to room, not asking for anything, not making a sound, just there, and wondered what they were actually hoping for? Most people see it and smile. It's sweet. It's familiar. You've probably stopped noticing it. But that following isn't random. It isn't habit. It's something your dog does on purpose, every single day, because they have needs. Most owners never learn to read. Your dog has wishes. Not for treats, not for toys, something quieter than that. Something most owners walk right past without ever realizing what they missed. And one of those wishes, the last one we'll get to, is something almost no owner ever thinks to give their dog. But once you understand it, you'll realize your dog has been asking for it their entire life. Let's start with the simplest one, and the one most people overlook completely. 1. They wish you'd look at them. Really look. When did you last look your dog in the eyes and just stay there? Not glancing over while you scroll. Not a quick acknowledgement before you look away. Just a long, quiet look, the kind you give someone you love. You probably don't think much about it. Eye contact is just eye contact. Your dog looks at you all the time. You look back. That's the whole thing. Here's what most owners don't realize. That look, the slow, deliberate one, held a little longer than usual, isn't neutral for your dog. It triggers something measurable, something real. Something most owners are giving away without even knowing it, and others are withholding without knowing what it costs. Researchers at Azabu University in Japan found in 2015 that when dogs and their owners held mutual eye contact, oxytocin levels rose in both the same bonding hormone released between mothers and their newborns, not during play, not during feeding, during a look. Your dog isn't just looking at you, they're bonding with you. Every time you hold that gaze, really hold it, their brain registers it the same way it registers love, because that's what it is. The dog who stares at you from across the room isn't waiting for a command or watching for a treat. They're asking, without any words, for the one thing that tells their nervous system they are safe and they are yours. Your dog is looking at you right now, or they will be soon. And when they do, that's not a stare. That's a question. And you already know the answer. 2. They wish you'd sit on the floor with them. Think about how much of your dog's life is spent looking up at you. You're at the counter, the desk, the couch. They're on the floor. Most of the time, the world your dog lives in is one you never enter. Most people don't think twice about it. Dogs are on the floor. That's just where dogs are. But here's what most people miss. Physical height carries real social meaning in dog communication. When you lower yourself to their level voluntarily, with no agenda, your dog reads it as something else entirely. Safety, invitation. You choosing to enter their world instead of always asking them to reach up into yours. Behavioral researchers have found that dogs approach humans seated at their level significantly more readily and with measurably calmer body language than humans who are standing, particularly in moments carrying any trace of stress or uncertainty. Your posture is a language your dog reads constantly. Coming down to their level isn't just sweet, it's fluent. Most of your dog's day is spent navigating a world scaled entirely for you. The moment you sit on the floor, that changes. You enter their world on their terms, and they feel it immediately. Try it tonight. Sit on the floor. Don't call them. Don't reach for them. Just be there. Watch how fast they come. Watch what they do when they arrive. And if any of this is making you see your dog a little differently, hit that like button and subscribe. It helps us reach more dog owners who actually want to understand what their dog is trying to tell them. 3. They wish you'd let them sniff without rushing them. How many times have you tugged the leash because your dog stopped again to smell something you couldn't see, couldn't identify, and had zero interest in? You've got somewhere to be. They've found a patch of grass that apparently contains the entire history of the neighborhood. Most people pull them along and move on. A small correction, a gentle redirect, seems harmless enough. Here's what most owners never stop to consider. For your dog, sniffing isn't a distraction from the walk. It is the walk. It's the primary way they read the world, gathering information, processing their environment, engaging their mind in a way that physical exercise alone can never replicate. Researchers studying dog welfare found that dogs allowed to sniff freely showed measurably lower cortisol levels and higher optimistic behavioral indicators than dogs walked at a controlled pace for the same duration. A shorter walk where your dog sniffs freely does more for their well-being than a longer walk where you set the pace. You're not losing time when you wait. You're giving them something a faster walk never could. Every time you stop and let them sniff without pulling, without sighing, you're telling your dog something. You're saying, your experience of this world matters to me. Dogs know the difference between an owner who moves them through the world and one who lets them actually live in it. Next walk, when they stop at that patch of grass, let them stay. Watch their whole bodies soften into it. That's not a distraction. That's exactly what they came outside to do. 4. They wish you'd talk to them more. Do you talk to your dog? Not commands, actual talking. Telling them about your day, narrating what you're making for dinner, saying their name just because you wanted to. Most people do it and then feel a little silly about it. You probably assume most of it goes over their head. They know sit and walk. Everything else is just noise they're politely ignoring. Here's what most people don't realize. Dogs process human speech with dedicated neural architecture. They separate tone from content, register familiar words, and respond to the emotional signal in your voice in real time. Your dog isn't politely ignoring you. They're listening for you in every word. Researchers at Eötvös Loránd University in Hungary published findings in 2016 showing that dogs use different brain regions for tone and word meaning, and that praise, words, delivered in a praising tone, produced the strongest reward response of all combinations tested. Your dog knows the difference between what you say and how you say it. And when both match, when your words and your voice say the same thing, something lights up in them that commands never reach. That conversation you feel silly about was never one-sided. Your dog has been in it the whole time. They don't catch every word, but they catch you, your mood, your warmth, the specific sound of your voice when everything is fine. The next time you talk out loud and your dog tilts their head, or their ears shift, or they just hold your eyes, they heard you. Not every word, but all of it that mattered. 5. They wish you'd play with them on their terms. When you play with your dog, who usually decides what that looks like? You grab the toy, pick the game, set the pace, your dog goes along with it. And most of the time, that passes for play. Most people assume any engagement is good engagement. If the dog is participating, the need is being met. But what most owners never consider is this. Dog-led play, where your dog initiates, sets the rules, and decides when it ends, serves a completely different psychological function than play you direct. It builds confidence, tests decision-making, and communicates something your dog needs to hear, that their choices matter to you. Animal behaviorists have observed that dogs engage in more sustained, higher energy play when allowed to initiate and control play sequences, and that play, started by the dog, produces stronger positive arousal markers than owner-initiated play of equal duration. The best play session you can give your dog isn't the one you planned, it's the one they started. Every time you follow their lead, chase them when they want to be chased. Pause when they pause. Let them win. You're telling them something beyond fun. You're saying, I see what you want, and I'm here for it. That's not just play. That's trust, built in real time. Next time your dog drops a toy at your feet and backs up, don't throw it. Back up too. Let them show you the game. You might be surprised by the rules. 6. They wish you'd give them something to solve. Does your dog ever seem restless in ways a walk didn't fix pacing, nudging you, unable to settle even after plenty of exercise? You gave them everything they should need, and something still seems missing. Most people reach for the same answer: more exercise, longer walk tomorrow. But here's what most owners miss entirely. Dogs are not just physical animals. They are problem-solving animals. Their ancestors didn't just run, they tracked, hunted, and made decisions under pressure. A dog whose body is tired but whose mind has nothing to work on is only half satisfied. That restlessness isn't excess energy. It's a different kind of hunger. Canine behaviorists studying cognitive enrichment have consistently found that mental stimulation, puzzle feeders, scent work, problem-solving tasks produces calm behavioral states in dogs comparable to, and sometimes greater than, equivalent periods of physical exercise.